The green flag is in the air. We're underway. And it will be Strite and Guile right now side by side in for the race lead. And here comes Tyler Long trying to make a three-car battle as they go down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Jacob Strite will break out to the race lead off of turn number 4. Who will lead lap number 1 with Tyler DeLong in second. As we got a bunch of cars stacked up front straightaway. Contact made. Bob Irish, Gary Ray, Dixon Tipton. That's Colby Olivet made contact with Bob Irish. Green flag is in the air. And CMRE fanning out 4 wide like this is Talladega Super Speedway. Ray Showmine has a little bit of damage on his right front from that previous caution. He's not afraid to dig in there and get elbows up with Mark Farnes as they come off of turn number 4. Jacob Strite will lead the field once again. Bob Lindstrom gets a little squirrely off of turn number 4. Everybody stays in the gas, though we stay green. Jacob Strite will lead lap number 1, followed by the 8UD and Matt Guile. Then it's going to be Tyler DeLong with Aaron Collier in 4th. 5th is Ross Krajak. Richard Bennett takes his car off the racetrack with the 16B. Bob Lindstrom, he's side by side with 72 machine. Jason Knuppel on the outside of that number 70 machine of Bob Lindstrom with the number 9 machine of Mark Farnes. Top 4 have separated a little bit from the 51R. As just as I say that, Aaron Collier falls back to the clutches of the 51R of Ross Krajak as smoke pours out of the 22 machine of Brandon Varney, driver at Richmond, Michigan. So he'll make it through turns 1 and 2. See if he takes his car off the racetrack as a couple cars spin around off of turn number 4. Wayne Dunsworth and Rick Hughes bring out the yellow flag. Green flag is in the air. We're back underway. And Tyler DeLong trying to get the jump on the 13 machine of Jacob Strite, your race leader. Start this race on the pole. Will fall back to that second spot as Tyler DeLong takes over the race lead. Richard Varney comes into the hot pits. Looks like his nice zone that 22 after some smoke pouring out of that car the last couple laps. With Tyler DeLong now your race leader here with 4 laps in the books, 16 to go. It's DeLong, Strite, then it's Krajak and Matt Gill running side by side with Krajak now taking around the 3rd spot. Here comes the number 9 machine of Mark Farnes. Mark Farnes to the outside of that 8UD machine is Aaron Collier and Toby Wiboto trying to make a hard charge in the top 5 as well. They'll go side by side for that 6th position. Wiboto on the outside with Collier down the inside. They're still side by side duking out for that 6th spot as Matt Gill now climbs up to the outside of 51R of Ross Krajak. Battling for that 3rd spot along with the 9 machine of Mark Farnes. That's going to allow this battle for 6th to close up to that battle for 3rd now as they come off of turn number 4 side by side about 4 rows deep. Ray Showmine with the damage on that right front. Rumor has it he has not been happy with that number 81 machine since he bought it off of Don Burner. But here he is now, got to work the car over a little bit, got some damage on it. He has that thing pointing in the right direction, trying to work his way into the top 5. It's Tyler DeLong still out front with Jacob Strite in second. Then it's Gestalt, Krajak, Farnes. Your top 5 has a run past the start-finish line with 13 laps to go. Then it's going to be Toby Wiboto, Aaron Collier, and Michael Sabowski in that 15S. After starting 25th, he has moved his way all the way up to the top 10. Right now sits in the 9th spot. As they race off a turn at number 4, Sabowski continues to pick drivers off one at a time across the stripe. Moving up 1 spot that last lap past Ray Showmine into the number 8 position. Having a good battle right now with 13X of Aaron Collier battling for that 7th spot. Nobody has anything at the moment for the 57 of DeLong. He has that thing out front by about 10 car lengths over the 13 machine of Jacob Strite. Wayne Dunsworth looks like he's going to come back on the racetrack to being in the hot pit area. So DeLong's out front, Strite in second, but for how long is 8UD and Matt Gill starting to work him over? A second on back, pretty much a gaggle of cars, second, third, all the way back to 10th. With Jason Knuppel just behind the 81 machine of Ray Showmine. So they'll work their way off a turn at number 4. just past the halfway point. 9 laps to go for Tyler DeLong, who took the race lead on lap number 4 and hasn't looked back. Getting ready to put the 3 machine of the 0-3 of Jim Green 1 lap down. See if we can't reel in the 56 of Bruce Sipes. As Mark Farnes moves around the outside of Matt Gall for that 3rd position. Here comes Ross Krajak going to try to do the same. A little bit of smoke coming out of that 8UD machine now as Aaron Collier looks down the inside of him, trying to make a 3-wide battle with Krajak and Gill in the 8UD. Now it's Aaron Collier and Toby Wiboto side by side, just outside your top 5, with Michael Sabowski in the mix along with Ray Showmine. Once again, 2nd through 10th off a turn at number 4, running very close quarters here tonight at Arizona Speedway. And Tyler DeLong, he has checked out on the field. He has a little bit of a buffer there. As Jacob Strite almost goes around for turn number 2. Something missed on the 13 machine of Strite. He'll fall all the way back to the 10th position and maybe lose more as Mark Farnes takes over that 2nd spot. Mark Farnes takes over the 2nd spot with 6 laps to go. Can he reel in your race leader, Tyler DeLong? That last lap, Mark Farnes was the fastest car on the racetrack at 21.981. Everybody else in the top 10 running 22s. Of course, Mark Farnes, a double main event winner here at Arizona Speedway during Robert Horne Ford night. He picked up both Bomber main event wins. Trying to get back into victory lane for the first time since that night. But laps are winding down. 4 laps to go. Farnes still the fastest car on the racetrack. But it's DeLong showing the way. As Michael Sabowski and Aaron Collier, Matt Gill, 3rd, 4th, and 5th on the racetrack. Get around the 56 feet of Bruce Sipes. Now Sabowski has a sights at 8UD. A little contact made down the back straightaway. Almost got Sabowski out of shape. So they continue their battle right now for that 3rd position. 3 cars, the 8UD of Matt Gill, the 15S of Michael Sabowski down low, and the other black car, the 13X of Aaron Collier. Collier and Sabowski, great friends off the racetrack as well as on the racetrack, showing each other some respect. Still trying to work around the 8UD of Matt Gill. As Mark Farnes, he's been able to reel in the 57 of Tyler DeLong just a smidge, but time is running out as the white flag is out this time for Tyler DeLong. He has 2 slower cars ahead of him. Let's see if that comes into play as Mark Farnes is starting to catch him. That last time by a full second faster was the 9 of Mark Farnes. Can he make it a race off of turn number 2? It's down to 3 car lengths now down the back straightaway. Through turns 3 and 4, one final time. DeLong to the inside of lap cars. He looks like he will hold off and win tonight's main event with Mark Farnes in 2nd, and coming home in 3rd will be Michael Sabowski. And Tyler DeLong parks here in Santan Ford victory lane in his Robert Horne Ford Bomber. He will climb out, your main event winner here at Arizona Speedway tonight. Getting it done here in the summer explosion here for the Bombers. Well, Tyler, heck of a run there for you. Thought you were kind of, sandbagging it there at the end there. You let Mark Farnes make it quite a race there in that last lap.
Well, I was trying to keep it down. The temp started rising pretty bad, and I didn't know how far I had, so I just kind of took it easy. I knew he was there. I knew either him or Mike were behind me, so I just kind of took it easy, and we went from there.
Man, how much does this mean? I mean, had some bad luck this year. Been up and over this year during our double feature night, and here in Victory Lane, kind of all comes together and have everything work out for you. How's it feel?
It feels pretty great. We were just trying to sell T-shirts that night, so a huge shout out to Webb's Designs, Desert Dweller Builders, DeLong Plumbing, Corky's, IMS, Firehouse, Bakes Contracting, Action Golf Cart, HDR Motorsports, my buddy John, my dad, my mom, my grandpa, Scott for welding up the rear end for us last minute because we blew it up last weekend. So just huge thanks out to them.
All right, race fans, tired along tonight's Robert Horne Ford Bomber main event winner.